Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Robin with Stamp with Dr. Robin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in San Diego, California, where it's actually kind of cool today. It's overcast. I think it's about 70, maybe a little cooler, or maybe it's just the breeze that's making it feel a little cooler. But it's kind of a fall, what we call fall anyway, kind of day here. Good to see anybody who's going to pop on. A few things I want to mention. Most everything I've mentioned before is just continuing on for the rest of the month. Wonderful sign-up bonuses. I've had a couple people sign up because you can get $155 of any product you want from either the annual catalog, the mini catalog. You can get it from the online exclusives. You can get kits. And that's $99 in free shipping. So you save basically $79, I figured out, when you factor in the free shipping on here. My next class will be my holiday card buffet on November 16th, where you get to make 8 cards at least. You can make as many as you want. You get to pick which cards you're going to make and choose from at least 15 different ones. I want to remind everybody too, and I'll remind you again later once we get some more people on, the kids collection sale goes the rest of this month, which is only a few more days. And what I decided I'm going to do is buy a few kits and actually give them as gifts this year, because I think that would be kind of fun for people to make their own kits, and you can save up to 30% depending on which kit you choose. So that could be pretty darn fun. Hey Carmen, thanks for joining. I'm just talking about the kits collection that's on sale right now, and using them as holiday gifts. And I guess that's the big thing that I wanted to talk about today. So I'm going to put you down for now so you can see what's going on. Oh, hopefully we have this kind of even here, if I'm not too drunk of a cameraman. Whoops. So this is the set that we're going to be using today. This is Greetings of the Season, and it is an online exclusive. And it is photopolymer, and the reason I like it is because you can mix and match the kind of script fonts with the block fonts, and I also like the fact that you get a couple different inside sentiments. I love it when they include inside sentiments on there. So may your holiday season be filled with warmth and, what does that say? Cheerful celebration, or it's the most wonderful time of the year. It's just two very nice inside sentiments. So this is the card that we're going to be making today, and it's a little bit of a fun fold. It goes like that and then like that. I haven't put an inside sentiment in yet. And this paper that we are using is from Sentimental Christmas. And this is a really kind of sleeper DSP to me. I believe this is the one that Stampin' Up! is contributing money to charity with. But it's supposed to be kind of a nostalgic looking set of DSP. Isn't that gorgeous? I just haven't decided if I want to cut this up and use to make a couple different cards, or save it for in case I want to scrapbook something. I do not have, there is a stamp and die set that goes with this that cuts out these things. Obviously this is one of the pieces we're using today. And I've got an upcoming, in my holiday card buffet, we're going to use this set with something different. So just some really, really beautiful, and I love that we're using, the pretty peacock and other things. So this is one of the papers that we're going to use. which was really kind of hard to use that other one because I love the back on this one. I think this is pecan pie. Isn't that just gorgeous? And this is one of the other ones that we're going to be using. So let's get this out of the way here. We are going to be cutting up some of these, but the first thing I wanted to show you, and I'm not going to cut it today, is how I got that. And what I did was I took different sizes of deckled circles and tried to figure out, so this is the one that's on the card here that I already made. And then today what we're going to do is use a smaller circle to cut out I cut out one of these smaller ones. So I tried to do it so that I could actually, you know, use some that were side by side. So for instance, that's how I cut that out, but you can see that then, well, now I can't really, you know, use that one. So if you want to make this one, just know that you're going to have different size circles to cut out and use, as well as you end up, you know, wasting some of the paper, but I just thought this was just so pretty. So for this one, I cut out this, and this is using the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th smallest deckled circle, and then I used just the one that's right next to it and bigger to cut out the Poppy Parade piece. So that's how I did that. So let's get into doing the rest of this card. So you're starting with a card base that is 7 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then you're scoring it at the regular 4 1/4. Okay. So you've got a little bit that you would have cut off there from that. And then, remember I told you I took the Poppy Parade, just one bigger for that. We can put that on here too. Because I kind of want to get this a chance to dry. Okay, and you guys know that later on, hi Roz, hi Barbara, hi Alice, we got several people watching today. Later on my blog, stampwithdrrobin.blogspot.com, I will have all these measurements, so if you don't catch them, you can either go back and check them out again, or check them out on the blog spot. So this inside piece is 4 by 5 1/4, and then I just have a 1 1/4, again by 5 1/4 strip. This is the other side of that one. So I'm using 3 different pieces of this one set of DSP. All right, now do not glue this down yet, because what we need to do is glue this one down first to the back of this, okay? So that's how I decided to do it, so that I could still see this border. Now, another way I've seen people do these kind of things is to glue it to the back, but I didn't want to see that sitting there like that, so I glued it so that it's glued underneath this. Okay, so I'm going to just grab my trimmer here, because I want to just, let's see if we can get that sort of straight in there. I want to make a score line on here. Now, I'd say it has to be at least 1/4 of an inch, maybe make it just a little bit bigger than that, just enough so that it's really gonna, oops, this is not in here well, so maybe about 3/8 of an inch, so between 1/4 and a half, so you see that? And then we can just fold it underneath like that. And you could, I think on the big one I did a little bit more, but since this one is smaller, I decided to do a little bit less. So this is going to come in here like this. This is going to get glued to the back here and then come over like that. So let's glue that. To the back of this, just as, oops, that's too high up. Okay. And then we're going to glue this whole thing to the inside of the card. And the reason I'm doing this kind of ahead of time here like this is I want to get it time to really stick down here. Okay, and I think what I'm going to do then is just put like a something heavy, which I always grab one of these punches and let it just sit on there like that until it dries. So let me kind of move that out of the way just a little bit because I'm going to bring my trimmer back to show you how I cut this, because this piece of paper, I really wanted to use the edges of the paper for this. So this piece is 2 3/4 wide by 5 1/4. And I decided I wanted to kind of take it out of the middle like this so that I could use these other corners for something else. So I could have done like something like this, but I knew I was going to be, you know, covering up part of it. So I thought, well, let's leave that for something else. So I was measuring and doing this and trying to leave enough on each side that you could use something with. So one of these sides is 3 1/2, and I think I'm actually just going to cut that now, just to make it easier for cutting out that other piece. So this is actually not what we're going to use today, okay? This is something that we can use and make, you know, a couple different other cards with. And that, by getting the 5 1/4 here on this side, it's also going to leave something that's about is 3 1/4 on this side, okay? And again, now I have those corner pieces to use for something else. So 3 1/2 on one side, 3 1/4 on the other. Now I have my 5 1/4, and like I said, this is 2 3/4. And that's the piece I'm going to use. And then I have this middle one. You know that I could do some sort of cut something out of that one, or just cut out that, or just use that for a card. All right. So that's my front of my card. And now I'm going to do the sentiment. And these are just 3/4 inch scraps. I'm finding I like to stamp a lot of the time just straight on my glass mat, but with these photopolymer just word stamps, I'm finding that I like to use my mat. I don't know what the rest of you are doing with that, but that's what I'm liking to do. All right, so hi Tammy, good to see you. These are the things that I cut off when I am making those inside pieces, and I just save them to use for this. So this is Pretty Peacock. Remember I said I like to kind of mix up the let's get that straight on there, the block words that. Close that up and use the Poppy Parade. And then I've got the Christmas in the script. Pretty, huh? I love the mixed script, the fact that they're two separate pieces, so now that you can, you know, use two separate colors. Of course, you could do that easily in other ways too. But all right, now we're going to cut some flags here. The way I like to do it is just cut down the middle. That's not quite the middle. And then come in from one side. And then come in from the other side. And then kind of decide, does that look even? Sort of. I think I'm going to cut a little bit off of here. A little bit more maybe. And again, cut in from one side. And then cut in from the other side. This may be too big too. I'll have to check it with the card. All right, well, let's see if our, yeah, it's a little too big. So we could, I can just cut it. See what I'm doing, just cutting down a little bit of the flag. I'm going to the same spot on the end, but I'm cutting down a little bit of the length there. That's better. Okay, so let's put on this front piece. So you can see why I didn't really want to cut into that edge right on the corner there, because it's going to be covered up, and I thought that would be kind of a waste of that little piece. So I'm just going to sit this right there because I don't want it to go over right there. Otherwise you won't be able to open up our little card here. This is actually one of my favorite fun folds. You know, just even like that, using it like that, and you could have, you could have put this just on here, but now it's almost like a double fun fold. Why is that so crooked, Robin? Let's try that again. I think that's better. But you got dot, 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 dot. Isn't that cute? So you can see the difference in these two, with one with the, the smaller circle and the bigger circle. I mean, I like them both. Oh, we forgot our extra little embellishments. Now, if you guys don't have these red and white adhesive back peppermints, you need to get them. They keep, you can see them on here. I got to put them on the other one that we just did. They keep coming and going out of stock. So I just can't keep track of it, and they have like 3 different sizes. I didn't even realize it till I got it, that there's actually 3 different sizes on here, not just 2. So isn't that cute? Let's move that up a little bit. But these are so great. I mean, there's no question why they keep selling out, but they keep getting them and bringing them back, and they've been so popular. I'm hoping they bring them back even for next year. So you can see how this one is sitting down better than this one, and that just has to do with it's been around longer and has been, creased and etc. So, hi Marina, good to see you. But I think they look great whether you got, you know, the bigger one with 2 deer, or the smaller one with just 1 deer. I just think that's so cute, and that's the Sentimental Christmas paper that's doing all the work for you here. So just, I'm going to bring you back up. Again, you'll be able to see that on my blog later today. stampwithdrrobin.blogspot.com. Yes, I agree, Tammy. 1 package does go a long way. The other thing I just want to remind people is about the kits again. I'm going to buy a couple kits to give as gifts this year. I think that's a wonderful way to get people making and sending cards. And I think that would just be a fun thing to spread the joy of what we like to do with making cards. And our kits are so easy, you know, everything's in there. They don't need to really buy anything else, maybe some glue, and I'm going to send it with a package of glue, a thing of glue too. So think about that, you guys, while they're on sale just to the end of the month. Get your holiday shopping going a little easier. And I will see you next Monday at 1 o'clock Pacific time. Take care. Bye.